Alright guys, welcome to the Golden Grill Award. We are here with game number 1. It's going to be Budapest, and it's going to be Queen of the Hill. Thank you, Latiak, for reminding me with that. And it's going to be a pretty hectic start, as all 4 of our Golden Grill potential candidate players here are going to be playing with 2 TC start. They also have the monument in the middle, which they are going to have to capture and hold until the last 100 years counts down. Get hyped in the chat, because this is going to be very entertaining, I am sure. And I know that there's a lot of followers from all of these girls, I guess follower groups in the chat, so you guys can go ahead and cheer for your favorites here. The overlay is definitely very bugged right now, and I will be able to fix that. I think it's this one. Wait, this one is the one that's fixed, right? This one should work. Tell me in the chat if the overlay is bugged, but this should do the job, and I'm going to try and just align that as nicely as possible here for the 4 players, as we do have the overlay showing up right now. Just want to make sure that is working out. Tell me if the overlay is pink, because sometimes it can bug out. So, in the yellow, we have Frosted Caribou. She's playing as the Indians. And we're going to take a close eye on her and see if she does go and chase after or kill any of those deer, as she is definitely a pacifist towards all Boo kind. She's playing over to the east of the map in the yellow. To the north of the map in the red, we have Naomi. But not just Naomi. Not any Naomi. It's Naomi Sexy Baby. And she's playing as the Indians out here.
GLHF to all the streamers. Keep up the great work, Zach.
She's playing as the Indians over to the north of the map in the red. To the left of the map in the green, we have Smarty playing as the Khmer in the green. Any Smartians out there? Thank you very much, Rez, by the way. 39 years of subbing. 39 years of loving. I very much appreciate that, man. 39 months. I think that was like the... I could basically have no possible longer subscription time than 39 months. I think that was literally when I got the sub button. So, Rez, man. And here's to 39 years of AOC. Maybe... we just got to double the lifespan of the game, and we can get there. So, finally, down to the south of the map, we've got Bean Dip. She is playing as the Spanish in the blue. And all of these girls, you can find them streaming on their own channels, and you can follow them on their own Twitch channels as well by typing !grills in the chat, and you can get a link to their channels out there in the chat, and you can follow them on the links in the chat. So anyway, I want to see how this is going now. And what are we expecting from these guys and girls? I don't know if I mean, guys is quite a unisex term in my opinion. I think when you say guys, it can mean a group of guys and girls, you know, but whatever. Smarty, probably the favorites to be ahead in this one. She's got the most experience in the game. The question is, can she take it seriously enough to get herself ahead in this one? Not only that, but since it is a free-for-all, since it is a really unusual start with 2 TCs, it is going to be very tough for her as well. And I think, you know, just because she might be the favorite doesn't mean that she is definitely going to get ahead in this game. After that, probably Frosted Caribou. She's been putting in a lot of time, a lot of effort into practicing for this. I know that she was asking me weeks ago, like, can I get the settings? I need to know how to practice. I want to practice. And she's been in some super secret underground training, which unfortunately I don't think she made a montage of. But if she did, I think it would be very, very entertaining. And she looks like she's off to a good start, to be honest with you. You know, she's taking the boar here. She's not running out of sheep too quickly. She's doing pretty well. After Frosted Caribou, Bean Dip, probably the next... I mean, she's kind of like the dark horse in this one. Bean Dip is probably the dark horse, I would say. She's the underdog that could do it. She's the underdog that could definitely ruffle some feathers in this match. And Bean Dip was the first to get the monument here. She's looking good with the... well, on the... let's ignore that. On the right side, she's looking good with the boar out here. She's got plenty of sheep left. And look at Smarty running underneath Bean Dip's TC. Gonna get away with it as well. thanks to those meddling kids. And being dipped, not even going to garrison inside. But that's fine. She's probably focused on the left TC where the sheep ran out, and this could be a pain. Sending your villagers, tasking your villagers, keeping them working. It's kind of hard to know exactly what to do. And then finally, last but not least, we have Naomi. And I was going to say, you know, maybe Naomi is the biggest underdog here. But she's already killed 2 scouts underneath the TC. She's already taken down Beaten Dip and Smarty's scout cavalry here. And she is currently looking just fine. She's looking fiery in this match. And certainly the most interesting personality in the Age of Empires community as well. You may have seen her in the chat before the game asking where her panties were. I don't know if she needs them on or off in order to perform well, but either way, Naomi is a savage, and she could absolutely cause some waves right here as well. She didn't look like she got off to a great start, but she's got 2 boars down underneath 2 different TCs right here. And that is already quite an impressive feat, considering this map is a real challenge, even for seasoned players, even for players who are you know, very well accustomed to this game.
Naomi is a sore loser. Naomi is a sore loser. Naomi is a sore loser.
Oh my god.
Naomi
Texas dude, please.
Naomi is a sore loser. Naomi
The
is a
spam.
sore loser.
The spam.
Shut up. Naomi is a sore loser. Naomi is a sore loser and gay under bitch. Get your gender right, Zero.
Wow, Texas dude. That's a little bit far. By the way, as much as I appreciate donations, any donations that go too far, you will be removed and banned from donating. Just so you know. I don't want anything completely inappropriate at any point. Like, yeah, okay, jokes and stuff, fine. If it goes too far, I'm going to just ban you from donating, because I'd rather you didn't actually donate in that case. But I appreciate the donations and such all the same. Anyway, Naomi here, going to get the 3rd kill of the game as she comes in with the kill on Frosted Caribou's scout. She's been chasing that around for some time. And Naomi as well, the first player up to feudal here, as she's pulling in her next boars. And I think I hear that Frosted Caribou is first player to dock as well. And we've got Smarty building a dock out on the left side. So Naomi, 3 scouts down already. And honestly, I mean, she's probably played the most out of all of these girls over the last months. She's been like hardcore training Age of Empires. It's been serious business. But as you can see, Naomi on the villager count, she might be up to the feudal age first, but fortunately we have the overlay. We can see exactly what is going on, and she's already 10 villagers behind Frosted Caribou, who is well, actually, she's just caught up to Smarty. Both of them tied at 45 vils so far as they go up to the feudal age right now. Now, I'm going to be very interested to see if there's going to be any kind of fighting on the flanks, or if they're going to be focusing on the middle. We know that it could get pretty scrappy. We know that there could be some disagreements about whose gold belongs to who, and whose resources belong to who. So in this case, you know, we could very much see fights on the edge, and players maybe even forgetting to go towards the middle a little bit. So Naomi here, she is up early. Can she fast castle though? Well, actually, you know, she might not have the most villagers right now, but she is going to click up to the castle age in just a moment. She's got a barracks up. She's got a market coming up. And when she gets a little bit more wood, we'll probably see her dropping down a military production building here as well, likely a stable or perhaps an archery range, but I hope to see a stable. We will see. Actually, at the moment, she is lacking the wood to actually build that. Now, at the moment, no real walls coming up, you know, no extensive walling for now. Beam Dip's going to start to get a wall up by her gold, and that gold is pretty exposed to Frosted Caribou there. We'll see if these girls are able to keep a truce even, god damn it, on this flank. You might be able to tell, I had a few too many beers earlier before the stream with my dinner. Went to the pub, had some pub grub, had a few too many Erdingers, but should be fine. It'll wear off. But Naomi, in theory, should be the first to the castle age here, but she just doesn't have the wood for that second building. And oh no, she does. It's coming up. It's going to be the blacksmith, and she should be clicking up to the castle age first. While Frosted Caribou will be the last player to reach feudal with quite a bit of wood in the bank. But it seems to me like she's forgetting something. Is she forgetting something? Yes, she certainly is. There are no gold miners for Frosted Caribou right now. She might be in the yellow color. She might be playing in the Golden Grill tournament. The clue is in the name, Frosted Caribou. The clue is in the name. But there are no villagers actually gathering gold right here. So she's moving over now. She's realized. And in this position, what can she do? Well, there are a couple of easy solutions. While she has a lot of excess wood and food, she could easily build a market and just sell a little bit of that resource to click up to castle. In the meantime, she's starting to wall the flanks, top side, south side coming up, with a house wall here and a palisade wall up to the north. And first player up to castle. It's actually going to be quite a close race at the moment between Smarty, Bean Dip, and Naomi, with Naomi out in the front at the moment. Nevertheless, she is she's 14 villagers behind Frosted Caribou right now, and 10 villagers behind Bean Dip, who is in third place for villager count. So it's not going to be the strongest of ecos for Naomi Sexy Baby, but she's already got the center here with the scouts, and it looks like with the stable coming up, she's going to actually start making some military once she clicks up to, or hits castle here. She's also starting to wall up a little bit with houses as Frosted Caribou drops down a watchtower in the middle of the map, and her villager there getting a little bit low. Obviously, there's a scout in the vicinity from Naomi, and hey, Naomi might just take this tower down. You guys can't see the upgrade thingy. I realize that now. I will fix that in just a sec. Hold on. Let's add... Okay, it's going to look really ugly, okay? It's going to look freaking disgusting, but I'm going to fix it in just a second here. I didn't realize that that was broken. It seems to break every time I restart the stream, but it should be fixed now, so there you go. You got the research thingy. As Naomi's going to take down this tower successfully, and Bean Dip... not Bean Dip, sorry. Frosted Caribou is kind of idling the villas out here, so... I think Naomi's, she's not in the best place economically, but she definitely seems to be gearing up for the military quite quickly. You guys loving the magenta. I mean, it's the most beautiful color of all. Let's have a look over at Smarty here. We are expecting great things from Smarty, and she is currently leading the scoreboard with about 100 points advantage, throwing down 2 new town centers as soon as she hits the castle age here. One going up on the gold, one going up on the gold the other side as well. So that's a total of 4 TCs. She's got a couple of, well, I say a couple, she's got 6 ships on the water, and she's fishing there as well. So Smarty's economy looking very nice. She's already on the stone as well. Probably looking for a castle because she's playing the Khmer. And I've got no doubt that she is going to be looking to get some of those Khmer elephant or ballista elephants out and take on the world. She's actually got more fish even because she's fishing in the south as well. So she's actually got a total of 12 fishing ships, which is quite impressive considering that these lakes are both free at the moment. So Smarty's looking super strong right now. And also, I mean, Frosted Caribou's not neglected the lakes either, but she's not fishing quite as heavily as Smarty here. Now the question is, are the other girls going to add in new TCs as well? Well, let's see. Bean Dip, she's got 3 TCs up with a 4th on the way. So Bean Dip not neglecting the boom in this one. Frosted Caribou, she's a little late to castle. She kind of messed up her build a little bit, forgetting to go out to gold. But would you look at those resources? She has got so much wood, she doesn't even know what to do with it. Maybe pun intended, who knows. She is going to be on stone though, so we'll see her dropping down a couple of TCs once she hits castle as well. And I want to move over to Naomi because, as I said, she seemed to be the player who was going to get the most military going. And she already is, dropping down a castle on the monument in the middle of the map. Her 3rd TC is up as well. And okay, she's behind in villages by quite some time. But the castle is coming up to the left of the monument right now. And if she locks it down, it could be tough for the other girls to really break through here. Naomi definitely getting the military going nice and quickly. And I wonder who's going to be next to put a castle up. That's the question. Bean Dip, let's see. How's her stone looking? Yeah, it's getting there. 610 stone in the bank for Bean Dip. And she's playing as the Spanish as well. So very high potential to go for a lot of conquistadors here. She doesn't have, as far as I'm aware, any knights out at the moment. She's got a stable up, but there's no knights being queued. We've currently got Frosted Caribou taking the Bloodlines tech, taking Scale Barding Armor right now as she hits the Castle Age, and it looks like she'll be preparing to get some camels out to take some map control. But there's already a castle in the middle, And Frosted Caribou might be a little bit slow to get those camels going in towards the center. Maybe she could hit one of the players to her north or to her south. But Frosted Caribou right now will throw up the university. She's going to go for a couple of stables here as well. I was expecting to see another TC coming up, but it looks like she's going to go for quite a quick Imperial time, with 1,000 food and 700 gold already in the bank, and all the technologies, eco-techs coming in. Gold mining, stone mining, bow saw, not neglecting, not forgetting to get those crucial techs for her economy. Now moving over to Smarty, because Smarty here is up to the Imperial Age first. Now Boo may have taken the score lead, but Smarty should retake it once that Imperial tech comes in. She is throwing down blacksmiths, double stables. How many blacksmiths does she have now? 2? Okay, she's got 2 blacksmiths, and we'll see what she's going to be upgrading over there. But interesting that she's going to be putting down the stables. If we look at the Khmer, they have reasonable cavalry. They do get bloodlines. They do get cavalier. But yeah, they're not the best cavalry civ. We really should expect them to get a castle up, start making some of those ballista elephants. That would be their really late game army comp. But another TC coming up for Smarty. She's going down style. There's no doubt about it. She's going to be booming and booming for days. And at the moment, she's just building all those TCs on gold. She's definitely digging that right now. And Smarty going to be getting the stables up, but really not showing what she's planning here. Really not making any, or taking any steps to show her army comp at the moment. Oh, husbandry coming in. I'm wondering if she's going to go for battle elephants. The Khmer do get 15% faster battle elephants, and they do get tusk swords, which gives their battle elephants 3 additional attacks. So maybe we'll see Smarty going for the battle elephants. But obviously there's 2 Indian players in this game, both Caribou and Naomi playing as the Indians. And those elephants could be countered by those Imperial camels if these girls go for those. And I'm expecting both of them to go down that route. Caribou, Boo Boo already taking some camels up here to the left side. And I'm expecting Imperial to come in for one of these girls next fairly soon. But Smarty's up, and that's going to ruffle some feathers here in the middle of the map. But I don't think Naomi has to worry at the moment too much. She's locking the center area down. She is walling off the left side. She's closing it off with houses, university, walls. And Naomi is really making sure that, you know, she's got vision. She knows what's going on. Boo trying to put up another tower. Naomi's there with a counter tower. And Naomi might not have the best economy right here with 59 villagers. That's less than, or just about half of what Smarty has. But she is really paying attention to her surroundings. She's really making sure that she's secure. She's making sure that, okay, well, she's going to build a tower there. I've got one ready to counter it. And Naomi is getting some elephant archers out here as well. But I think she could very easily get overrun if she's not careful. In the south of the map, Bean Dip here, going to be up to the Imperial Age next as that tech starts coming in right now. And she's been pushed off the gold on the right side thanks to this tower from Caribou. So Caribou making a couple of enemies here, starting to, you know, get some of these players riled up with her tower building. And if they think that she's being too expansionist, maybe they'll try and shut that down.
I'm Naomi and I'm a sore loser. I'm Naomi and I'm a sore loser. I'm Naomi and I'm a sore loser. I'm Naomi and I'm a sore loser.
Stream's back up. It's fine. It's all good. We're back in the herd. All right, good stuff. So we haven't really missed much anyway. Caribou dropping down a castle on this left-hand side. She is going to be keeping our Bean Dip off of the stone and off of the gold here. So annoying those players might not be the best thing, as Smarty is making her move towards the middle with the battle elephants here. Getting some +1/+1 upgrades, and elite battle elephant completing right now for Smarty as well. I didn't actually end the stream by accident. It just dropped. It was quite an interesting timing, of course, but just restart. It's all good. And that wasn't actually Naomi donating, just so you guys are aware of that. Used Beef, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Wallow Warriors. I appreciate that very much as we watch Smarty right here moving through and starting to take down Naomi's forward position, or even actually ignoring the center of the map entirely and going straight in towards Naomi's eco, of which there isn't a huge amount. Naomi right now, what's her reaction going to be? Well, at the moment, there is no real reaction here. She could be making some camels, but she's not. And those elite battle elephants for Smarty coming through 15% faster, remember. And Smarty here taking out the TC very, very quickly. Tech overlays, it kind of bugged, but it's working again now, it seems. And, wow, Naomi's going to lose the TC pretty quickly here. I do hear a monk here. Naomi, she's making some good decisions. But she's just getting overwhelmed by Smarty and her superior economy right now. As Smarty is sitting quite comfortably on 143 vills, and she can make battle elephants all day long. This is huge. So, at the moment, it looks like Smarty's going to be able to take the monument quite firmly and quite easily out of Naomi's hands. Although, as much as I was crediting Smarty, she is only just doing wheelbarrow, which is a little bit early. A little bit early, yeah. Really early. I mean to say a little bit late. And at the moment, we've got Sultans coming in for Boo, so she gets the extra gold income. And she's going to be not really making a whole lot at the moment. She's got a few camels out. She hasn't clicked up to the Imperial Age yet. And I kind of thought Boo would be up a little faster here. She did add a third TC, which is going to drain her food a little bit. She did add some camels, of course. But I was thinking she might be up a little sooner. She's got all those fish, remember? And she's got a lot of farms up, too. So, Boo should be clicking up very soon. She's got... Wow, okay, well, there you go. She's got 3,500 stone in the bank. And she can afford to drop castles for days. But really, at the moment, the key in this game is really going to be getting the camels out. The Indian players need to counter Smarty. They are going to need to counter those battle elephants. And there's no doubt that the Imperial Age camels, the Imperial camels from the Indians, may just very well be the best way to do that. So, Smarty here, probably going to be able to take the middle in just a moment. There's one unit left here in the center. It is a mangonel. And we're going to see Naomi losing that right here as the elephants close the gap. And Smarty is able to run over it. The monument is now... Well, it will be now hers once again in just a second. And there's 200 years left on the clock. The question is, can anyone, or can any of these girls actually contest Smarty in the center? Now, bear in mind, Smarty's not going to have the most units. She's got 150 villagers. At most, she can have 50 army. And 50 army versus 3 other players may not be enough. Even if they are battle elephants, she might get taken down. Being Dip here with the elite conquistadors, doing some good damage on this left side. As tanky as these elephants are, those conquistadors do pack a punch. And we've got Being Dip with the trebs already up. Ram's coming out as well. She's prepared to take the center of the map here. And to be honest with you, I'm pretty impressed. Now, I don't want to say that Smarty's overboomed. 150 villas is fine when you're making units such as battle elephants, which are extremely expensive. But she's close to 160 villas now, and she really needs to make sure that at the end of the day, she's not going to have a lack of army, because sheer numbers sometimes can overwhelm you, even if your units are very strong, like the battle elephant. However, Smarty's running wild at the moment. Naomi's got to deal with these elephants, and she is sending some camels over as that Imperial Age upgrade comes in. Boo's Imperial Age upgrade coming in as well. And these elephant archers, I keep wanting to say, these battle elephants, I mean, are slowly being whittled down. Smarty actually only has 11 army right now, which is the least in the game. And although they are battle elephants, like I say, she can be overwhelmed by sheer numbers. Especially things like conquistadors with pikemen in front. That's a really good combination. So, Smarty trying to repair her castle, and you know, she's got a little bit of stone in the bank, so she can do that for a while. But Being Dip definitely looking threatening here, as surprisingly Naomi's actually taken the monument back. Unbelievable. So we've got Shatagni coming in for Boo right now. Looks like she might consider going into chemistry and hand cannons once she gets to the Imperial Age, or she is in the Imperial Age now. We're expecting Boo, of course, to go into heavy camels, Imperial camels, and maybe back that up with some of those extra ranged hand cannons. We'll see if she can muster that army up here. She has got a lot of spare resources, especially stone, which I guess can come in use later as she moves towards the middle and starts placing castles around. Conrad, is this the real Naomi? Yes, it is the real Naomi. This is the Golden Grill Award tournament. All 4 of these girls, quite well-known streamers, and hopefully will be more well-known by the end of the stream. Of course, as I said before, you can type !grills in the chat and get links to their channels, so you can follow them on Twitch as well and catch them when they stream live, when they have their own streams going on. So, yeah, this is the fight to see who is going to be the best in this 5-game series. So far, Smarty's looking good, but she hasn't been able to mass a serious number of battle elephants yet. It does seem to be enough to start overwhelming Being Dip, though, but it doesn't seem to be enough to actually push towards the center and take the monument right now. Naomi, she's really improved a huge amount. I mean, she might not be having the best game right now. She's down to 30 vills, but I mean, I've seen her play a month ago.
Represent. I love Smarty, but Bean_Dip is awesome too. Exciting series so far. PogChamp lesson 3.
Thank you very much, Yana OP. UKC represent indeed.
Oh, hi, Mark.
My teammate right there from UKC. Thank you very much for the resub. And yeah, I mean, this is actually going to be pretty close. I get the feeling that this is going to end up pretty close between Smarty, Boo, and Bean Dip. And if Naomi can get back into it, that's going to be impressive. As I say, I saw her playing like 2 months ago, and I don't want to be rude, but she was so bad. But seriously, she's improved so much. It's like watching a completely different player, and that's amazing. She's put the time in, and it has paid off, even if it isn't going so great for her this game so far. Thank you very much, by the way, as well. Thank you very much for the tip, Jake. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, hi, Jake. Thanks for the $3.33. Much appreciated. So, yeah, Noboru helped her a lot. Yeah, Noboru helped her a lot. She's gotten a lot of advice, and she's taken it on, and she's doing great. Naomi needs to get back into the game here, boom up her eco a bit more. She cannot survive on 33 vills, but that was obviously quite a big raid from Smarty earlier on. Right now, though, Bean Dip holding at her castles. She's got the castles up in quite a defensive position. She's holding with the conks, but Smarty is getting a little bit overwhelming with the ballista elephants, the elite skirms, and the elite battle elephants. It is an extremely hard army to break, and Bean Dip is really struggling against this right now, but I'm worried that Smarty's not paying attention to the middle of the map enough here. She does seem to have lost a couple of vills, so she's nearly at population cap. She's at 190 pop with 36 army. Most of which is going to be the elephants, and Bean Dip just doesn't seem to be able to get enough units out to defend this. It is going to be super hard. It is going to be challenging to stop these rampaging elephants. And those castles, I mean, they do so little damage. Look at this, 320 health, and the castle's just chipping away at it, slowly, but surely. And it's just not enough. Bean Dip gonna need to get some more conks out, gonna need to start getting some more pike production going. Fortunately for Dip, she is gonna be safe from Boo on the right side. And Boo, for the time being, is holding back. She's not fighting anyone yet. Smarty has been quite expansionistic. She's made a move towards Naomi on the north, and now she's tearing up Bean Dip's town in the south, ignoring the middle for now. Meanwhile, Boo has just been sitting back. She's been building up her army. She's got a lot of heavy camels out, fully upgraded right now. Imperial camel on the way. She's got nearly fully upgraded hand cannons. She's got the +1 range, which is important. And in this case, Boo could make her play towards the middle of the map. She's got champions coming in as well, so she's ready to make a switch into something that's going to be a little less gold intense, as the camels and the hand cannons are going to be quite expensive here. And we've got 70 years left on the clock, so we should see her making a move fairly soon towards the center here. Smarty's not taking down the castles from Dip yet, and the problem for Smarty here is really the lack of siege. I know that the elephants are extremely strong. I know that they can do quite a lot of damage, but adding a couple of trebs in the back would certainly help in this case. Bean Dip kind of falling back a little bit here, adding in more pikes as and when she can. Adding in the chat, Naomi wins, bottom score.
Yes.
While at the moment, Naomi is primed to win this, as she's got 63 years left on the monument, and she is still holding it. Obviously, Smarty needs to swing around to the north fairly soon, but I think Smarty's strat here seems fairly clear, and that strat is cripple my opponents, and then I can take the middle uncontested. But she hasn't crippled Boo yet, and Boo has probably got the biggest counter army to Smarty right here. Now, Smarty's got some monks out. Naomi getting some monks as well, even getting a conversion here. And that's great to see. And Naomi's fielding quite a lot of counter units this game, and she's definitely making the right unit choices, I would say. Although I would say that camels would be superior, but with an eco of 62 vils, she can't really afford it. She's fairly low on resources across the board. Smarty's got a lot in the bank. She's got 8k of wood. She's got 4k food. She's got 5k gold, 1.6k stone. So she does look very strong as she gets the monument now. And there are 98 years left on that. Now, elite ballista elephant coming in for Smarty. And I don't know if that's necessarily worth it. It could be good, but you really need to mass up on the ballista elephants for them to become really effective. You're going to want to get the double crossbow tech so that they can fire 2 ballista. Wait, 30. Oh, she's got 34 vils. Was I reading someone else by accident? My bad. I apologize. Naomi has 34 vils. Bean Dip has 62. I think I was reading Bean Dip for Naomi there. Apologies. But yeah, I think that ballista elephant, elite ballista elephant for Smarty here. She's got the resources to do it. It's just she needs to commit to it and make that her primary army, rather than perhaps making the skirms in here. The skirms, I guess, really working as a counter or a semi-counter to the conquistadors here. I think that was the idea. But somehow, Bean Dip able to make a run towards the middle. 97 years on the clock now as she retakes it back, as Smarty just forgets all about it. And I think Bean Dip actually, yeah, she's done supremacy. So she's going to have the extra armor and health on her villagers as she runs them towards the center. She is bringing them into a fight. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Taking down the ballista elephants. Bean Dip. That is a ballsy move. With 90 years left on the clock, there's surely no way that her villagers can survive this. But she's throwing it all down. She is throwing down the gauntlet here. She is taking down those elephants with her vils. Look at that elephant dying here. That is unbelievable. But Bean Dip running out of steam, it seems, as she's down to 20 vils right now, down to 28 pops. It's a suicide mission at the end of the day. And she might take down a couple of elephants, but she's never going to hold the monument for another 80 years. As she says, they may be exceptional in combat, but we're talking about stabbing an elephant with tiny daggers. And in the end, it's just not going to have or be enough to take this down. Bean Dip tapping out right here, it seems. Maybe she'll be able to reboom in the back if this game goes long. Who knows? But she's down to 10 pop right now, bringing everything to the center. And that monument, well, after this villager dies, it is going to be lost. Back to Smarty. But here comes Boo. It's time for Boo to strike. The gate's coming up in the wall here so she can let her army take control of the center. And Boo, I mean, she's not got a huge surplus of resources. She's got a bit of food, wood, stone. But gold's looking a little low. She does have quite a lot of gold left in her eco, though. So Boo here definitely has a bit of sustainability. She's down to 1 population. Where's that 1 population, though? I hear Bean Dip still making vills. She's back up to 2. There might only be 2 villagers left, but they can still procreate. And she can build her way back into this game. I don't think anyone's going to be interested in fighting her for a while, unless Smarty decides that it's time to grab some gold, in which case she could start taking over Bean Dip's old base. How's the Queen of the North doing? Naomi here. Actually under threat once again from the elite battle elephants from Smarty. Scary stuff as Boo now moves towards the middle. She's got a really good army here. Hand cannons. She's got, well, she's got Shatagni, which gives her the +1 range. She hasn't got +4 defense, but she has got the camels in here as well. And she just needs to get her army in a good place, and she can probably take the center quite comfortably against all these elephant units. Those Imperial camels, they are going to do the deed. They are going to do the work here. And Caribou, Frosted Caribou, is going to be able to take the center of the map, I feel. As long as she gets the, as long as she keeps the camels queued up. She's actually got a lot of camels down to the south here, which are actually idle right now. And those camels did die. Holy crap. Those ballista elephants and battle elephants are extremely strong, but Boo needs to get her army to the fight. She's not fighting with the whole army. Oh my goodness. Even the hand cannon's getting taken out right now. And that speed bonus for the battle elephants is definitely going to help things out to close that gap to the front lines. But my goodness, that was brutal. Double crossbow is now complete for Smarty. So she's doing twice the damage on these ballista elephants. Boo still has a lot of her army in the south. She's got to bring them into fight here. But those elephants are brutal. Can Boo just wear her down at this point? She's bringing in the champions as well. But that is a lot of ballista elephants, and those ballista elephants are going to be perfect for taking out the champs here. Man, ballista elephants are intense. Look at those champions just melting away. Look at this. Oh, they're going down. They are going down so quickly. I think Boo basically needs to just focus on Imperial camels right now. But this is such a brutal combination. Smarty, look at her villager count. She has deleted villagers here to make more elephants. And given that Smarty has so much bank of resources, this might just be exactly what she needs to hold on to this. She can delete everything now. Make way for the Nelly army. Make way for the Dumbos. As the ballista elephants, with the tanking force of battle elephants in front, are absolutely unstoppable. Smarty has killed nearly 600 goddamn units right now. She is a beast. She is on fire. She's not even interested in getting the resources of being Dip in the south. She's taking over Naomi's base in the north, and look at that in the middle of the map. What an incredibly strong army this is. It is so hard to take this down. And Boo, Boo, Boo! There's still about 30 camels in the south of the map. She needs to get them together. Without bringing her whole force here, there's no way that these camels will have what it takes to overwhelm this army. These camels... Okay, they're effective versus cavalry. They're effective versus these elephants, but she has to bring them all in. Otherwise, it's just not going to be enough. And even the Imperial camels, actually, even the Imperial camels are kind of dealt with quite effectively by the ballista elephants. But there you go. She's just realized she's moving them in now. In the chat, she's like, "Whoa, I made a big mistake." But yeah, the problem is here, the ballista elephants are still pretty damn good in this case. She's going to patrol these guys in. She's going to get in there nice and effective. There's only 12 years left on the clock, though. And I wonder if she can take this fight. I really do. Smarty bringing in all the villagers as well. She is trying to lock this down. And with only 8 years left on the clock and an absolute clusterfuck of a fight going on right here, I do question whether Boo is going to have what it takes in just 6 years. Look at that massacre right there, though. She did clean up nearly all of those elephants. If only she did this before. If only she did it before. She could have overwhelmed Smarty long ago. But Smarty now has too many units in the middle of the map. And Smarty is going to get the victory in game number 1 in the Golden Grill Award. Looking very strong going in there, holding in the center, down the center of the map. And what a victory for her. What a great win. She did look dominant all the way through, but my goodness, those Imperial camels, they did the job if only they could have done it sooner, then Smarty might have had the monument reclaimed here, but she did her best, and she took down Bean Dip in the south, who then quickly suicided everything towards the monument in the middle. And then she even attacked Naomi in the north as well, simultaneously, eventually taking the middle of the map. And Boo, at the end, she gave it a great shot. She really did a number on Smarty's army. Smarty down to 46 army in the end, which is still quite high, I guess, but it definitely took a toll on her numbers. In the end, Smarty there with 634 units killed. This is just ridiculous. Look at that. The Khmer late game is incredibly strong. And wow, 634 units killed. I mean, it's not even about the eco. She did have the most food, she did have the most gold, but it's not even about the eco when you're able to do this. That's almost like a 2.5 to 1 KD right there. That's crazy.